Well, snow is coming to Springfield over the weekend, and with it comes some hazardous conditions. News Channel 20's Emily Jordan has everything you need to know to stay safe. Emily?
The Illinois Department of Transportation is reminding the public not to travel unless you absolutely have to, and to be prepared for slippery conditions. IDOT officials say to watch out for black ice. They say ramps, bridges, overpasses, and shaded areas are all prone to freezing. Drivers should also avoid using cruise control in slick or icy conditions. According to IDOT, with the snow creating hazardous conditions and wind impacting your visibility, patience is key if you have to travel anywhere.
Certainly when we have that first snowfall, it's important that we, I think, remind people, hey, please go slow. You forget it's been a long time, if you maybe, several months since you've driven in snowy conditions or icy conditions. Please, be patient, be aware that you can, the roads are not going to be what they usually are.
WAPL says if you do plan on traveling anyway, plan your route ahead of time and make sure to let someone know where you're going. And if you are driving soon, again, go slow, be cautious in accelerating and braking, and make sure to give other vehicles plenty of room. Live in Springfield, I'm Emily Jordan. Back to you.
Thanks, Emily. If possible, public transportation can also be an option. You can head over to our website, newschannel20.com, for the most updated traffic information. Preparations for the winter storm over the weekend are well underway. While the Illinois Department of Transportation has its own plan, the city of Springfield is also gearing up for a snow emergency. News Channel 20's Emily Jordan has the details. Emily?
The City of Springfield Office of Public Works met today to finalize their plan. Public Works monitors over 600 miles of roads for snow and ice removal. And like IDOT, they've been preparing all year.
We have been preparing for this event for quite some time. It goes all the way back into the summer. We have our sectors all laid out. Everyone has run their routes several times, so they know where they are supposed to go.
Once at least 6 inches of snow is expected, the city can declare a snow emergency. Director of Public Works Dave Fuchs says it gives them more authority to make sure cars stay off the streets. When a snow emergency has been declared, Fuchs says don't park on snow routes.
We're actually in the process of loading the trucks with salt right now, mounting the plows, and going over our final preparations. So our intention is to run 24/7 from the time we start until we get everything cleaned up.
Public Works and IDOT work together to manage Springfield streets, with IDOT focusing on the state highways.
If you don't have to travel, please don't. The less traffic that's on the streets here in the city, the easier it is for our crews to clear them.
Construction engineer David Whitworth estimates the city will use about 500 tons of salt per 12-hour shift. He will also be managing the 28 plows the city will have out this weekend.
Where they're supposed to be plowing and about how long it should take them. And we go through one route at a time and make sure that each route is covered and each route is plowed.
Whitworth says each shift costs about $50,000 in total over about 3 days. Fuchs says that Public Works will also be plowing some downtown streets, but owners are responsible for the sidewalks in front of their properties. Live in Springfield, I'm Emily Jordan. Back to you.
Thanks, Emily. Fuchs says communication is key through each layer of the process, from directors to managers to plow drivers. And if you or someone you know needs shelter or homelessness prevention assistance, all you have to do is call the Heartland Continuum of Care Helpline. The number on your screen now, 217-803-5235. It's available weekdays from 9 to 5, but other information is available around the clock. All you have to do is dial 211. And while we know that snow will hit on Sunday, the actual conditions could be constantly changing frequently. Our Matt Bednar walks you through how to download and use our weather app to make sure you have the very latest information.
To download our weather app, you go into the Apple App Store or Google Play and search WICS Weather. And once you click search, you can scroll down and find the weather app and click download. And once you have it downloaded, you could open it up and it'll take you to our home page. And from there, you could go into your top right corners, click those 3 bars, and click location. Here, you could add any location you want here in Central Illinois. You could use the search bar to add anywhere like Decatur or Champaign. And once you do that, you want to make sure that you go back into that same settings, click those 3 bars next to follow me, and make sure that you don't have your notifications disabled. And once you do that, you could go back into those 3 bars, click Settings, and make sure that you go under Weather Notification Types, and make sure that you have all those selected on, especially the winter weather alerts, as we'll be getting more updates as we go throughout the next few days as this storm system begins to approach central Illinois.
With our storm team projecting plenty of winter weather, some of us still have places to go. We're bringing you team coverage of the weather conditions, and our Spencer Davis joins us now with tips and tricks for the night before to keep your car accessible and save you time. Spencer?
Yeah, that's right. I'm out in the great outdoors, and I can confirm it does feel colder than freezing right now. And there's nothing worse than getting out to your car and there's ice and snow all over it, and you have to wait for your defroster to kick on, but that's okay. We've got tips and tricks for you coming up. First thing you want to do, make sure you give yourself plenty of time to get your car ready and make sure there's plenty of time for you to get to wherever you're going. More tips here courtesy of IDOT, including making sure your car has a full tank of gas and driving slower than you normally would. Now for some nifty tricks here. First off, we're going to hit it with some rubbing alcohol. What you want to do is take 3 parts rubbing alcohol, 1 part water, mix it together in a handy dandy spray bottle like this. I took out some of the rubbing alcohol in it and put water in instead. And so what you do, you have to spray and just get it all over there on your windshield, right? And again, you don't have to worry about wiping off the excess or anything like that. But that is our first tip. Second one, and my favorite one, grab a household item like an onion. And again, this is kind of doubling up, but if you just kind of hit it with one of these. The onion juices actually, it doesn't allow ice to form as quickly or as solidly either. So in fact, an onion might do the trick too. Before our final trick, IDOT says these items are essential when traveling in bad weather. You should also make sure your phone is charged and put on an emergency light if you have to put over. You should also make sure your phone is charged and put on emergency lights if you have to pull over. Also, finally, don't put hot water on your car. It's going to cause a crack in your windshield or windows, and that's going to cause an even bigger mess. Something you definitely don't want to deal with as cold as it is. But for now, reporting in Springfield, I'm Spencer Davis. Back to you.
I have a new driver. I hope she was watching. Thanks, Spencer. IDOT wants to remind potential travelers to be mindful when crossing bridges and going through intersections, as both are prone to ice.
Don't forget, you can also stay up to date on that weather for our WICS app on the App Store. Now today, city officials declared a snow emergency for Springfield. The city sending this map with the press release of emergency snow routes. Public Works is asking drivers to watch out for snow crews. They also say not to shovel snow into the street, which can make road conditions worse. And CWLP sharing some tips to save on energy use during the cold weather. Check the seal on doors and windows, turn off lights, change the direction of your ceiling fan to redistribute warm air, and replace your HVAC filters. Well, with the first winter storm of 2025 on the way, grocery stores often see higher foot traffic. Our Spencer Davis is outside one now with more on what's still in stock. Spencer?
That's right. I took a stroll through the aisles to see for myself, and it was a lot more bare than usual. Top sellers for the past day or two seems to be bread, milk, and bottled water. So if you're in the market for those things, you may be out of luck depending on the store. Frozen meals are also in high demand as people begin to hunker down for the storm. While it is a Saturday, which is a common day for people to get their groceries, the parking lot has been packed almost all day as people get some last-minute supplies and foodstuffs. The National Weather Service advises against traveling if you can avoid it. But if you must go somewhere, exercise extreme caution when driving. The parking lot behind me is starting to clear out, and there's still plenty of items within the store. But for now, reporting in Springfield, I'm Spencer Davis. Back to you.
Thank you, Spencer. Now our team will continue to bring you updates on the storm throughout our shows, social media, and our website. Well, with the upcoming winter storm, expect to see plenty of snow plows on the road, and with that comes extra caution for other drivers. IDOT says they'll be deploying over 1,800 snow plows over the winter season, with their plows primarily covering interstates and multi-lane roads. They say there are over 1,200 routes to plow. And IDOT says to make sure to take care when driving near snow plows. They often have limited vision, and the snow they kick up could cause you to lose visibility and put you in danger. Plows will be running day and night as they attempt to keep up with the snowfall as they clear snow and spread salt to help counteract possible ice. Well, as that snow continues to come down, we're bringing you team coverage from around central Illinois to see the impacts it's having in our region. Our California girl, Monique Davis, is live in Springfield with a look at that snow out there. Monique, how are you holding up?
That's right. The snow is really coming down out here. If you didn't get the chance to build Frosty the Snowman in December, now is your chance. We are right outside of our station and the parking lot is just full of snow. There are times where I have to just bounce my feet to make sure they are not sinking around me. Cars are driving really slow to make sure that they are not getting in any accidents. But some cars are taking a chance by driving a little fast. I see families over here that are plowing their they are plowing their driveways to make sure their snow isn't coming down or blocking their view. And this is my first snowstorm. I'm from Southern California, and I'm so excited to experience it in Central Illinois. And as a Cali girl, I'm not sure how to drive in snow, so I'm gonna tell you what IDOT says about that. So I'm gonna step aside, and they said, the Illinois Department of Transportation says to please avoid unnecessary travel if necessary. They say if you have to get on the road, always wear a seatbelt, drive at a slower speed than normal, and avoid using cruise control. And be prepared and make an emergency kit that contains jumper cables, flares, or a reflector, windshield washer fluid, and a small ice scraper. Now make sure you guys bundle up and you guys be safe. I'm Monique Davis. Back to you.
Thank you, Monique, for your first snowstorm. We're doing pretty good out there. Now, moving to the eastern side of our market, our Brianna Moreland joins us from Champaign with a look at the snow over there. Brianna, how you doing?
Yes, Carolina, it's a snowy day here in Champaign, but that has not kept residents off the roads. As we drive around, we saw plenty of cars on the road. With about 2 inches of snow on the ground, it's like the town got wrapped in a cozy winter blanket. The snow is soft and powdery, but it's also causing challenges on the road. The Champaign Police Department has confirmed 6 minor traffic collisions today. Thankfully, no injuries have been reported. The police are urging residents to stay indoors if possible. If you do need to travel, they recommend slowing down, making sure your phone is fully charged, packing an emergency kit, and giving your vehicle a safety check before heading out. In Champaign, working for you, I'm Brianna Moreland.
All right, thank you, Brianna. Now, News Channel 20's Dawn Sterling continues our team coverage. She joins us live from Decatur. Dawn, how's it going out there in Decatur?
Boy, it is a mess here in Decatur, of course, just like everywhere else in central Illinois. The county roads and the city roads are a mess. We have seen people out and we have seen a few plows out trying to get the roads cleared. But with all the blowing and drifting, it's just easier to stay off the roads. The city of Decatur has already declared a snow emergency, and Decatur Public Transit has suspended all bus routes as of 4 p.m. today. It's best to not go out if you don't have to, so the Illinois Department of Transportation, county highway, and road crews can work to clear the roads as the snow continues to fall into tonight. I spoke with Illinois State Police Master Sergeant Calvin Dye today, who says the department gets a lot of calls for pullouts in this weather and some crashes. He tells me that most people drive too fast for conditions. That's just the bottom line. You can't go the speed limit, meaning 45, 55, or 65 miles an hour in this weather. He says people have a misconception that even four-wheel drive means you can go the speed limit. That's not the case, he says. When you do have snow and ice, it doesn't matter what kind of car you have to go a lot slower. Now, we don't have any word on all the closings for tomorrow yet, but as of tonight, it's best to call ahead if you plan to go out anywhere, because most places in Decatur have already closed. That means a lot of restaurants. That means a lot of activities for the evening have already been canceled. So if you do have to go out, be sure to call ahead and, again, drive very, very slowly. And this keeps people off the road so that those crews can get to the roads here in Decatur and in Macon County. Live in Decatur, Dawn Sterling, back to you.
Thank you, Dawn. You can visit our website, newschannel20.com, to keep up to date with the list of school closings. Storm, our Monique Davis and Brianna Moreland are live in Springfield and Champaign to give us a look at what those conditions are. Monique, we're going to start with you. How is it out there in Springfield?
That's right. We are still outside of our station and the snow is really coming down. Cars are trying to drive really slow to make sure they avoid accidents. I know that I had to come into work 2 hours early just to make sure I avoided accidents and that I was safe. IDOT says to stay prepared, have emergency kits, and to also not travel if it's not necessary. Reporting live in Springfield, I'm Monique Davis. Back to you.
Thank you, Monique. And our Brianna Moreland, she's over in Champaign. Brianna, how's it going out there?
Carolina is truly a winter wonderland here in Champaign. And I'm from Chicago, so I'm no stranger to snow, and I truly miss these scenes during the holiday season. We spoke with Champaign Public Works Department, and they told us their crews are working around the clock, providing 24/7 coverage until further notice. The winds can blow plowed snow back onto streets that not only impact roads conditions, but also limits visibility. Public Works officials say if you can stay home, please do. If travel is necessary, they urge you to please proceed with extreme caution. The Urbana Park District announced that it's closed for the remainder of today and all of Monday. In Champaign, working for you, I'm Brianna Moreland.
Thank you, Brianna. Now make sure you stay connected with us both on air and online by visiting newschannel20.com. Well, as the snow continues to come down, we're bringing you our team coverage from around Central Illinois to see the impacts it's having on our region. Our Monique Davis is live in Springfield with a look at the snow. Monique, how's it going out there?
That's right. We are right outside of our news station and the snow is still coming down. Now, if you didn't get a chance to build a snowman in December, now is your chance. Now, when I'm looking around me, I see that cars are covered in snow. There are a bunch of snow piles, and being from California, this is my first snowstorm, so I'm so happy to experience it in Central Illinois. Now, because I'm a Cali girl, I don't know how to drive in the snow, so the Illinois Department of Transportation says if you can avoid traveling, absolutely do so. They also say if you have to get on the road, always wear a seatbelt, drive at a slower speed than normal, and avoid using cruise control. Now you're going to need some essential items like jumper cables, flares, reflectors, windshield, washer fluid, and a small ice scraper. Now make sure you bundle up and you be safe. And I'm Monique Davis. Back to you.
Thank you, Monique. Moving to the eastern side of our market, our Brianna Moreland joins us from Champaign with a look at the snow over there. Hi, Brianna. How's it going?
Carolina, it's absolutely a winter wonderland here. The snow and the wind are picking up, but it's absolutely beautiful. Being from Chicago, I'm used to the snow. The Champaign Public Works Department tells us their crews are working around the clock, providing 24/7 coverage until further notice. We also spoke with the Champaign Police Department, who confirmed 6 minor traffic collisions today with no injuries. There are no further updates at this time. Both departments are urging residents to stay off the road, but if they do have to go out on the roads, to please remain extremely cautious. Several businesses, including Champaign County offices, City of Champaign buildings, and Parkland College, will be closed tomorrow. In Champaign, working for you, I'm Brianna Moreland.
Well, thank you for braving that wind out there, Brianna. Now, Dawn Sterling continues our team coverage. She joins us from Decatur. Dawn.
Just like everywhere in central Illinois, in Decatur, the snow kept falling all day and into the night. The city of Decatur has declared a snow emergency, and there are not many people out driving the roads. They're not great. Plows are working as best they can, but it's best if you just stay off the road. It's been a while since we've had a winter wonderland of snow in central Illinois where people can go out and take advantage of the weather for some fun. Earlier, we caught up with some people who headed out to Nelson Park in Decatur for some sledding fun.
I just like making memories and being little again.
I got pushed over.
Are you hoping for no school tomorrow?
Yeah!
Time to get out today because there was actually enough snow to go sledding, and we went here when we were kids. So at Nelson, you got to go to Nelson. It's a tradition.
Family fun and traditions. And for those kiddos, the best news, Decatur Public Schools called off for January 6th for an e-learning day. It's best if you don't have to go out to not go out and drive around. That way, city crews, IDOT, and county crews can clear the roads and use their plows. It's always best if you do have to go out, do not crowd the plow. In addition, you can always check gettingaroundillinois.com for the latest on the road conditions. In Decatur, Dawn Sterling, back to you.
Thank you, Dawn. Now you can visit our website, newschannel20.com, to keep up to date with the list of school closings. And we've received multiple reports of crashes along I-55, I-57, and there are still parts of I-70 that are shut down. We do know there have been injuries, but do not know the extent of them. We cannot stress this enough. Do not go out if you don't have to. It is possible those snow emergencies can be upgraded to a level 3, making the roads even more dangerous. Thank you, Matt. We're continuing our team coverage of this snowstorm. We're going to head back out to Monique Davis and Brianna Moreland, who are in Springfield and Champaign, to give us a look at those conditions. Monique, we're going to start with you. What's it like here in Springfield?
That's right. We are still outside of our news station and the snow is continuing to come down. Like I said earlier, when I look around me, all I see is snow all piled up on cars. There's snow piled up into piles. The road is hard to see. Cars that are driving by, that were driving by, are driving at a very, very slow rate to make sure that they don't slide and that they don't get into any accidents. And the Illinois Department of Transportation says if you absolutely have to travel, make sure you are prepared with an emergency kit that contains jumper cables, washer fluid, a small ice scraper, traction materials, blankets, and to always wear a seatbelt and drive at a slower speed than normal and avoid using cruise control. Now, I'm Monique Davis, and make sure you guys stay bundled up, stay safe, and stay warm. Back to you.
Thank you, Monique. Now, our Brianna Moreland, she's over in Champaign, braving that cold still. Brianna, what's it like out there?
The roads are fairly quiet here in Champaign. Some residents are out, but overall quiet. Earlier, I reported that the height of the snow was at 2 feet, so we're going to measure it together at this point. So, we're still at about 2 inches of snow here in Champaign. The Champaign Police Department says if you're going to head out, make sure your phone is fully charged. Make sure that you check the safety of your car before heading out. In Champaign, back to you.
All right, thank you, Brianna. Make sure you stay connected with us both on air and online by visiting newschannel20.com.
Thank you, Nick. We've been tracking this snowstorm since it hit central Illinois yesterday. Our Spencer Davis is live in Springfield this morning, and he's working for you to show how it's feeling in the capital city right now. Spencer?
Yeah, guys, like you said, Nick, all of those things are a problem. The wind, the drifts, the snowfall is still going. But yeah, like we're talking about, these drifts are starting to go into the streets and the plows are doing their best to keep up. But it would certainly really highlight, stay off the roads if you can avoid it. I think we've only seen maybe 15 or so cars. We've seen more plows, I'd say, more than cars out here, which is good to see. Again, they haven't put salt down yet because they're still trying to keep up with all of the snowfall. But again, drifts are going to be the big issue. Make sure you break out your shovels probably a little earlier than you're going to want to, clearing out your driveway, check your curb. But a lot of snow still coming here. And again, you can see it probably through the camera lens here. It's really almost sideways. But again, lots of drifts, lots of snowfall. Stay off the roads if you can avoid it. But guys, for now, that's all I have from Springfield. I'm Spencer Davis. Back to you.
Thank you, Spencer. Our News Channel 20 team will be out in the field throughout the morning to cover this system as it works its way through central Illinois. And in Macon County, a child died after they were involved in an ATV accident. It happened yesterday around noon in Mount Zion. Officials say a 43-year-old man was pulling 2 children on an inner tube behind the vehicle. The tube then slid and struck a boulder. One child was pronounced dead at a hospital, and another is being treated for life-threatening injuries. The investigation is ongoing. Multiple areas have declared snow emergencies. Sangamon County is at level 2 and it applies to county highways. This means the roads are considered to be dangerous and residents should only drive if they absolutely have to. Officials also say abandoned vehicles may be ticketed or towed if they're getting in the way of cleanup efforts.
Thanks for watching. Stick around by subscribing today and don't miss a single video.